Hi there folks, this is Adam with 8 Badge Gaming coming to you today with the first gameplay video in our Lapras Waterbox series. Now we're looking to play against a variety of decks here today as the hope overall, and our first pairing appears to be against either the Zoroark Lycanroc or Zoroark Lucario by the looks of it. Now, with this deck being a 210 HP deck, we're hopefully going to be able to set up our Volcanion Prism Star to get that one shot in that will soften up our opponent's benches a bit, but we'll see how everything gets set up here now. So it looks like we do have a Lapras GX to start with here. Our opponent didn't have any basics, so thankfully we'll actually be able to get an additional card off of a mulligan here. There's cards in hand that we don't really want to be discarding right now, such as the Aqua Patch. The best top deck that we'd probably get right now would likely be a Ultra Ball, I would say, as that will let us discard the energy that we have in hand and go for either another Lapras or our Manaphy. So let's see what our opponent puts into the active. Yes, we do want to draw our additional card, and we ended up getting a Max Elixir. And we are going to be on the second turn here as well. So we're going to hopefully draw another Pokemon that we can use this patch and elixir on. Now, worst case scenario, we might just want to put an energy onto the Lapras and do a collect because there's not a terribly large amount of stuff that we want to discard here. So we ended up getting another energy. It does make me a little sad to have to discard here. But we're going to go ahead and Sycamore, getting rid of our Max Elixir, our Energy Switch, and our Aqua Patch to go for a new hand of cards. Now we do have a Field Blower here, depending now on what our opponent puts up, but we're going to be starting off with a Collect to put an additional 3 cards in our hand because we're not going to be able to do anything else at the moment. Now we did get an Aqua Patch here, so let's see if we on our turn get either another Aqua Patch, a Draw Supporter of some sort, or a Max Elixir. Right now we do have the ability to put an energy on Lapras, Aqua Patch it, Choice Band it, and go from there. So we do have our opponent going for a Zoroark GX here. He is going to immediately do an evolution via the Timer Ball retrieval there, and he's going to trade away a Guzma to draw some cards. Now, we're happy to see him pitch a Guzma because it is going to force him to have 2 puzzle of times to buy that Guzma back at a later point. And we're seeing another Ultra Ball likely going for another Zoroark here, I would imagine. I don't think he's going to be investing in the Lycanroc just quite yet. So let's see here now. What if he's traded away? So he's gotten rid of the Mew EX, the Parallel City. So a lot of cards that we're fine to see just get taken out here overall. We don't really have to worry about our opponent one-shotting us here either. The Lycanroc GX, the Dangerous Rogue attack, is not actually going to take a KO right now as our bench space is still fairly open. So we are seeing him going for an Ultra Ball here. Is he going to go for either another support Pokemon of some type, another Zorua, or the Lycanroc? It looks like it's going to be another Zorua. So our opponent is setting up to really start chugging through his deck with the trade abilities here. Really essentially diving deep. So let's see. We do have the ability to Aqua Patch here, and we can attach an energy and Guzma. We have 3 of our Guzmas in hand. This has not been a great set of draws for us. So let's throw down a Choice Band here. An energy, we're going to Aqua Patch, putting an energy onto the Lapras here. And I think we're just going to have to collect possibly. Now, what I'm thinking of considering here is actually just going for a Guzma to force up the Zorua here, because it has the same retreat cost as the Lele, so it forces him either to evolve or get it out of the active here, otherwise potentially be KO'd, and we're going to collect for a few more cards. So we got ourselves our 4th Guzma. We did get another Aqua Patch, so that is going to actually let us go for a potential Blizzard burn on our turn, and the Volcanion Prism Star is actually going to let us try and force up another Pokemon here if he does get the Zorua out of the active. Now likely it's probably going to be a Zoroark of some sort. that he does promote if we do force a promotion there. So we'll see what he does do here. He is trading his way through his deck. He is significantly deeper in his deck already, drawing up to 6 extra cards per turn. We do see him evolve into another Zoroark here. Attach a float stone, which will likely end up taking out with the field blower. He is doing an N, which does mess with her hand, but I think we're hoping now to get at least something slightly different to mix up her hand here. We did get an Octillery and the Manaphy. We have a trade going here now. He's not going to be going for a one-shot, but we can potentially get some additional card draw now on our turn. Now, is he going to force up the Remoraid? Yes, he is. And we're not seeing a KO on the Remoraid this turn, though. So that is something, at least. So now we can throw down the Manaphy here. The Manaphy evolve into an Octillery. We can attach an energy. We can throw down a Volcanion. We can attach a Choice Band. Then we can use Jet Geyser to force him to promote another Pokemon of some sort here. So let's see what he does push up here. Now he did go for the Zoroark here, so let's actually go ahead and do we end? I think we do. We do end to see more potential cards possibly, but I think we'll actually Abyssal Hand first, because this will draw us for. We did get an Aqua Patch here, so we can actually go for Aqua Patch and patch onto our Lapras. And we did get a Sycamore now as well, so we don't actually have to end to still draw ourselves some cards. We hit a Max Elixir and another Aqua Patch, so let's go Max Elixir, and we whiffed. We do have a Brooklet Hill, which we can use, and see what we might want to go for. We don't want to go for anything just yet, so we're going to do a Fail to Find. Let's go for a Aqua Patch here now on to the Volcanion. And then we will retreat into Lapras. And we're actually going to go for the Ice Beam GX here, I think. We're going to lock our opponent's Zoroark into the active here, so he's not able to get it out with anything short of a Guzma. And using a Guzma is going to force up one of our less applicable Pokemon. And he has pitched one Guzma already, so he does need to get the double puzzle likely to be able to buy it back, or hit the second Guzma that his deck typically runs. So let's see here now. He might also be trying to go for an energy to just prep the Lycanroc GX for a KO here. So let's see. He is still chugging through his deck pretty hardcore here. On our turn, I expect we're likely going to be trying to use a Cynthia after attaching an energy to, say, a Lapras. We might use the Jet Geyser ability to force something up here as well. Parallel City, we are going to have to discard a Pokemon here. I think what we want to discard here is actually going to be the Manaphy. We don't want to discard the Volcanion just yet, or the Octillery due to the card draw that it gives us. Now, it is going to depend on what we draw on our turns. He is going for the DCE on the Zoroark. And let's see if he does anything else besides passing back the turn. And he just goes ahead and passes back the turn where we did lock him down with the paralysis there. Let's go ahead and attach a... Well, let's have a look at how many energy we have in the discard. We have 0 energy in the discard. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we have 6 energy left, or sorry, 5 energy left in the deck. So let's actually just go for a Cynthia here. We'll do the card draw ability first. We ended up getting double Guzma and Ultra Ball here. So it ended up giving us a significantly worse hand. Now he's not going to be able to one-shot the Lapras back. So let's attach an energy here we're going to Ultra Ball, pitching the Lele and an Ultra Ball. We want to keep the Guzmas in hand. We're going to do a Fail to Find here because we just want to get some raw card draw off of our Octillery's Abyssal hand here. And we did get a Field Blower, so we're actually going to Field Blower away the Parallel City and the Floatstone here. We do have the ability to force up a different active Pokemon here if we want it, but I'm actually thinking that we might go for the KO here. So let's see. Let's Jet Geyser and see what our opponent forces up. It's likely going to be the Sudowoodo here, or one of the other Lycanrocs. So we did go with the Zoroark here, so let's go with a Blizzard Burn, hitting for 190. So now even if he does retreat, he does make himself slightly more susceptible to the Volcanion. We do have the Guzmas in hand, which are going to help us wreak havoc on our opponent's Pokemon here. And potentially what we want to do is attach an energy to our other Lapras GX, Guzma up the undamaged Zoroark, and essentially get it ready to be just KO'd by the Volcanion Prism Star. So he went for the Choice Band and the Floatstone off Double Puzzle here, just because he wants to be able to retreat that active there. And we're going to be seeing a Blizzard Burn come back here, but he doesn't realize that the counter energy is actually inactive at this moment, because his opponent, which is me, isn't actually up on prizes. So let's see if he attaches another energy here. He's got the multi-switch. He's going to move energy up into the Lycanroc. And I imagine he's going for a Dangerous Rogue as a potential KO. But it's only going to be hitting for 150 unless he has the Choice Band attached to it here now, as he did attach the Choice Band to the Sudowoodo. He did make a bit of a misplay there. So let's see if he gets the Choice Band, because Choice Band, so right now it's hitting for 150, up to 170 with the strong energy, and if he hits with Choice Band, then we're looking at 200, which is going to be a KO on our Lapras. Now, it means that he's not going to be able to one-shot again after that point. Field Blower here is actually pretty good for him. Taking out the Choice Band. He took out his own Choice Band to be able to puzzle time it back to go for the KO. That's actually a pretty great go there. So I think on our turn, once he takes the KO here, I feel that we're likely promoting the Octillery, just because we're likely trying to set up with the Guzma. We want to really kind of mess with our opponent's day as much as possible. He is diving deeper into his deck. He does only have 9 cards remaining. So if we do have the ability to draw this game out a bit longer, 7 cards remaining here now, going down to 5 cards remaining, especially discarding an N, he's already used all 4 puzzles. We do have the Dangerous Rogue going for a KO here. He's got 5 cards left in deck. So let's go ahead and promote the Octillery here. And let's see, we drew an Ultra Ball. So the question is now, how many potential, we don't have any Aqua Patches left, we have 2 Max Elixirs, 4 Energy in Bin. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 4 energy left in deck to be able to hit off 2 potential Max Elixirs. So let's go for a Guzma up of this particular guy. And we're going to promote our Lapras. We're going to attach an energy here. We're going to Abyssal Hand for 3, going 3 cards deeper into our deck. We did hit a Max Elixir, so we'll use Max Elixir now. We did hit. We'll put the energy onto the Volcanion as the only legal target. And now I think we want to just go for a Blizzard Burn now on this Zoroark. So what we're looking to do is weaken this up as much as possible. What we can do now is, on our turn, attach an energy to the Volcanion. We can force up one of his damaged Zoroarks, and then we can go for a overall attack here. So we're actually having a watch and learn Blizzard Burn now here in response. So the Volcanion Prism Star is actually going to take us 4 prizes on our turn with the Guzmas that we have in hand. He's not taking a KO here. He's going for 180 damage. So let's see. Let's toss down an energy. Let's see. We have 9 cards left. So let's throw down a Remoraid, and we'll use an Octillery's Abyssal Hand to draw 2. We did get an N, which we can force our opponent down cards, but where he only has 2 cards left in deck, I don't think we actually want to do that. That gives him more turns than he can use to KO us there. So let's actually Guzma up. We're going to go for this damage Zoroark, put up Volcanion, and we're going to go for a Sonoblast. So this will take a KO on the Zoroark, and on one of the bench Zoroarks at 190 here as well. So this is going to suddenly put us significantly far ahead, because it's going to give us a total of 4 prizes. And it puts our opponent's other Zoroark in precarious danger here now as well, as we do have another Guzma in hand. So it did just do a 4 prize swing here. Our opponent has to take 4 prizes with us having 2 prizes easily taken via the Lapras, but the Guzma is going to give us a KO on pretty much whatever we need here. Let's see, that's going to be hitting for 110 plus 40 is 150, which still isn't a KO against Volcanion. If he did do a Sonoblast in response with the Sudowoodo's Watch and Learn, we're going to be seeing 120, which still doesn't KO the Volcanion. He's going for an Ultra Ball to see what the last card in his deck is here, and we're either likely going to see a Concede or an attack that's not really going to be giving him a KO. He's already used all of his puzzles aggressively. If he does take a KO here, we are going to be in a bit of a strait. So we do have 1 Choice Band left in the deck, and we would need to get it. So let's see here. We did get a Cynthia. We got an Energy Switch. Okay, so we need to go... Yeah, so I think we've got this, because now we can actually just go Guzma up your damaged Zoroark, put up our Lapras GX, and we'll use the Lapras for the KO here of the Blizzard Burn. So we'll still take the win here over our Zoroark Lycanroc match. It did look a little dicey there to start, but I think our opponent did use his puzzles of time there a little bit too aggressively. He used it to get back a Choice Band and a Floatstone at one point, and a Field Blower and a Floatstone, I think it's the second point, because he mistakenly attached his Choice Band to the wrong Pokemon. He thought he was going to be able to go for a Counter Energy Watch and Learn on a Sudowoodo to be able to hit me back for a KO with the Choice Band on the Sudowoodo, because it would have been 160 from the Blizzard Burn plus 30 from the Choice Band for 190, which would have been Exacxes on a Lapras. But surprise, surprise, he wasn't able to do that attack in response because we hadn't taken any prizes. So we have started off our series here now with a win against Zoroark Lycanroc, which is still a strong deck, though it has petered off in popularity a bit here. But it is looking good for us so far. So I do hope you did enjoy the gameplay video here today. As always, we do greatly appreciate your viewership, and this is Adam with 8 Badge Gaming signing off.